Now, in honor of Peak coming in this week, which will undoubtedly go as the greatest Fantastic Four movie of all time, I want to revisit a certified hood classic. Not you. Now, I know this movie ain't aged the best like Nicki Minaj BBLs, but this movie is still a banger, and I know bangers. So the movie sets off with Reed Richards going to Victor Von Gloom's place of work to offer a deal to go to space to investigate cosmic energy to help prevent mutants like Sexy Red from ever spawning again. And Reed needs Doom's help because he's broken than a can of beans that ain't been opened right, and he can't afford it. And why is this man already terraforming? Negro, as big as this building is, you can't get some lights in your face? Vic agrees to help, and then she walks in.
Oh my God! You gonna make me act up.
Man, I can't believe you thought this was gonna be a thirst clip. My Gooner days are done. I found God, but there was a time. Jessica Alba, Halle Berry, and Megan Fox, whew, got me tearing up a bit. But fast forward, we get the entrance of the Flame himself, Johnny Storm. Mind you, this man got fired literally for bringing 2 Victoria girls in there and having a brothel meeting and got ship crashed. And you're trusting this dude? Now pay attention, because this is important what's about to happen. And the people take off in the ship, and Vic Von Boom tries to propose to Susan, and he tells her he can give her the world. And I'm not gonna lie, a broke nigga like me would have folded immediately like a fucking paper napkin. I'm going to explain why this pisses me off later in the video, but let's say that shit went like Zorro's directions in One Piece. Absolutely nowhere. Then they get interrupted with the cosmic storm because God wanted to punish those too close to the sun. And Reed tries to tell Vic to abort, but Vic says,
No, I don't think I will.
And they all get swept in the storm, which will inevitably lead these individuals to gain supernatural powers. I like how Johnny told this man to jump. What is that gonna do in space? This man ain't a triple jumper. What kind of useless advice is that? That's like telling DJ Khaled to actually eat healthy. When they get back to the ground, they all start gaining powers in interesting ways, to say the least. And it's during this time we see Reed, whatever size you need, Richards, and how horrid this man's riz is.
You're really happy for me and Victor?
I can tell you guys are enjoying what was the best part of our relationship.
Which was?
Passion. For science.
You're such a dork.
God has an insane sense of humor for making dudes with genius intellect. The biggest weakness, not being able to figure out how to talk to girls. And mind you, this man ain't even ugly like that. He may look like the Powerpuff Girls dad, but listen, if Benny Blanco can bag Selena Gomez, then there is hope for any man in history, especially Big X the Plug. Ben then transformed to whatever hell this is, and I felt for Dog personally. Dude already looked like a browser watcher, but at least he has a girl, right? Oh. But then he saves people, so maybe they'll change your mind and he's not a monster, right? Oh. Never mind. Later on the bridge, the Thing tries to stop a man from killing himself. I would be terrified too if I was looking at Dave Brooks sitting on the bridge and he tries to flee from the Thing. When the man drops down, the Thing stops a semi-truck with his shoulder and saves the corporate worker. This then results in a GTA 5 traffic collision and the police then arrive, and here we go. They're already pulling out the guns, not even asking questions first or anything. But this is Nueva York, so I'm not surprised. They can't go an hour without shooting someone in the face over a box of cigarettes and a Snickers candy bar. But he ends up escaping. Sue stops the California fire from erupting, and Reed, your steady steed, Richards, saves a man from becoming fish food, and the Thing stops a fire truck from falling down, and boom, in a matter of about 15 minutes, the family is born. Victor Von Goon later sees this and he realizes that his future is indeed in peril. I forgot to mention that this man got fired from his own company because he failed the Space Odyssey. So this man has no money, no girl, and lost his company in a matter of hours. I don't want to kill a nigga too, to be honest. Bro's even losing his hair in the process. Bro cannot catch a break. We all know that not even money can save hair dependency syndrome. He even tries to get Susan back from the Baxter building where Reed took them for safekeeping, but that shit don't work. Victor discovers he's getting powers, so he goes to his doctor, and we find out that he's turning into a cyborg demigod. The doctor thinks that Victor may have another COVID-19 on their hands and tries to contact the government.
No.
And Victor proceeds to delete him. I am Victor Kung, you gotta chill, fool. This man Victor kills the people who fired him and proceeds to put a hole through his chest like we're in fucking Mortal Kombat. and stole weapons from his own facility. Which, I don't know why he would do that, but okay, that's like breaking and entering in your own storage unit. Reed tries to build a machine to cure these freaky four. All while this is happening, Victor is trying to drive a wedge between the Thing and Reed because Victor knows that he can't handle the Superman clone to Reed's Lex Luthor. And this only works because the Thing has the emotional intelligence of a fucking Twitch streamer. You remember when I said when Vic proposed to Susan, that pissed me off? Yeah, it pissed me off because they were never a thing. This whole time, we thought they were a couple, but that wasn't the case. This dude is just that down bad. See, I would expect this type of behavior from Kim Carson, but we then enter what I like to call
Victor's plan of doom.
While all this is happening, Victor sets up cameras in the building to spy on Reed while he's making the machine. When he sees that Reed's machine failed and found out he needs more power, he called up Ben, gaslit him, told him to go into the machine so he could heal Ben, steal the power for himself.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
This man has solidified himself as one of the all-time hitter greats. He then proceeds to give Ben a backhand for no reason. Victor then sees Reed and PK thunders him out the window. And Reed falls down like a freaking Looney Tunes character. Why not make a parachute or something on your way down? Can't you stretch? Aren't you supposed to be a genius? Victor then comes down and bashes an innocent bystander through the doors for no reason. What is wrong with this nigga? The unwarranted violence is crazy, but if I started to look like the Tin Man, I'd be upset too. He looks in the mirror and realizes how chopped he's starting to look. Same shit Kodak Black has to realize every day he looks in the mirror, and he masks up. Dr. Doom been watching them trash DC throwbacks because he pulls a Dr. Freeze and taunts this dude by teaching him a chemistry lesson and using him as prime experiment. I love when mad geniuses go evil. Shit is so creative. These niggas will literally think of regular show scenarios to put you through for the love of the game. We then see this man pull out a tracking RPG. Bro, what is wrong with you? Where did you get all this anger from? He then shoots the RPG at the Baxter building to track down Human Torch. Human Torch falls. The boy flies. Human Torch brings the missile in the air, shoots a fireball to try and bait it. Psych! It comes back for Johnny and he brings it to a boat, and this man lights the boat on fire and baits the missile to blow the boat up. Maybe killing, I don't know, a few people in the process. No biggie. Back in Victor Von Goon's lair, we see Susan try to free Reed using her invisibility. But like a stripper telling a balding 40-year-old man that she loves him, it ain't hard to see through that BS. Sue then reveals herself addressing him, and he says,
Call me Doom.
Man, get your ugly ass.
I'm evil.
Sue then blasts Metal Man, but he then retaliates by TK thundering her into a wall. She then turns invisible and proceeds to shoot her twice in the same spot while invisible. Why are we shooting in the same spot? If you're invisible but you're shooting from one particular area, even idiots like Usho Speed can find you. Blondes ain't ever gonna beat the allegations, and puts this girl in a chokehold and throws her to the side. Got her fearing for her life like a wife in the 30s. And just when Dr. Goon was about to finish her off, here comes this Negro.
It's clobbering time.
Thing then punches this man across the room and lands under his Vector sign. And just when they were trying to free Reed, Victor then gets up and spears this nigga out the fucking window. Do you know how much hate you have to spear a man through a 35-story building? No regard for human life. This nigga is sick. Bro saw Sue fighting for the ops and lost all sanity. The two land in the pool and they end up fighting each other underwater. The pool breaks because one weighs the same as 3 rod waves, create a Niagara Falls out the building, and they land in a white truck. Dr. Goon sends Ben flying with 2 old ladies in the car. The police then pull up and say, "Hands where I can see them."
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom! Boom!
The Thing proceeds to throw an elderly's car at this nigga and sends that man flying into a freaking bus. Why that bus is driving near a superhuman battle, I don't know. Then we get this nigga Orifon. Oh my god. Get your! The Thing starts charging at Dr. Doom. And now, this is New York. This man must have learned from Donatello, because this man just picks up a stick and starts fucking hitting him back with finesse. The other Fantastic Four members pull up, and now we get back to work. Dr. Goon pulls a storm and summons electricity and starts spamming side B all in the vicinity, which is good because there's as an excuse for these bystanders to go the fuck home. He then launches an attack. Sue blocks it with her force field. Reed then grabs a mailbox and chucks it at Dr. Doom, and then turns it into a tire and turns into a parachute and covers Doom with his own body. Reed then tells Johnny to go full Nova and use the heat of the sun on Dr. Goon and makes a fire tornado, which was sick. And Sue uses a force field to contain the damage. And it's like, now y'all want to care about the civilians? Y'all didn't care earlier when y'all throwing cars at freaking bowling balls. Shut your ass up! This man borderline the reason we're in this scenario in the first place, bro. Don't think I forgot about you. If I'm Reed personally, I'm slamming you right after. Them boys finally found the counter to all the spamming, and it only took an hour of the movie. When the fire clears, Doom tries to pull... That's all you got? Like, bro thought he was a main character. Reed drops brain on Doom, pause, and finishes his chemistry lesson from earlier. It tells him to relieve the water hydrant, and Reed makes a water cannon to freeze Dr. Doom in his tracks. Ain't that fantastic?
Say that again?
The Fantastic Four end up winning and throwing a celebration party. Thing got his African queen, and Reed secured the bag. Sensational. This movie was pretty fantastic.
Say that again?